Let's build whatever we have discussed so far into an application and we will see it in action. So I have prepared a prompt here. Let's go through the prompt. So I want to build a full stack Instagram style authentication teaching demo. This is for educational purpose, deliberately simple, no security hardening. So there is going to be two folders, one for server and one for client. I'm going to use Express and MongoDB as my database. I'm going to use the React for front end. The backend server, the stack is going to be this Node.js, Express, MongoDB, and yep for schema validation. And I mentioned it can read the Mongo URI, that is the database URI from .env, and server should run on 3001. There are going to be three tables, one for the user, which is this one, the user table with username and password. Then there's going to be a session table, this one, username and token. There's going to be a post table where we will have username, content, and creator at. I'm going to use a simple text based post. I'm not going to complicate it with uploading photos or videos. Just you can type the text and post it. What we are trying to validate here is how the authentication system and Instagram style application works together. So let's not complicate the functionality here for post. We will keep it very simple. You can just post with some description or text in it. Then I have explained individual APIs, how it should function. First one is sign up. This is for registering a user account. Will validate the username and password. Check if username already exists. Then save the new user with plain text password. This is intentional. We will improve the security in our future videos. Once it's successful, it will just say sign up successful. Then you are supposed to log in. For login, we will pass username password as input. It will find the username. If username exists, then compare the plain text password. If something went wrong, then of course return 401. Then it will generate a random token. Yeah, there is a method called crypto.randomuid. It will use it and create a random token, and it will save it to the session table, this table with username and token, and it will also return the token. This is about the sign in API. And for the get post API, it's a protected API. As we discussed earlier, we have to pass this X session token. It will look up the token in the session table. If not, if the token is not present, it will return 401. If it's a valid token, then it will fetch all the post started by creator at, and it will return it back to the front end, the client. uh, post Yeah, it's a bit confusing, but this is basically create post. Again, this is also a protected endpoint. It will first validate the token. If the token is valid, then it will take the content and it will add an entry in poster table. The username, this is the content, and creator is the current time. It will return the saved post. This is about creating a post. So we have basically four APIs: one for registering a user, one for signing in, one for getting all the posts of a user, one for creating post. Then I just basically asked it to add a Bruno collection so I can hit it from Bruno and verify the working. Then on the client side, on the front end, we are using React query for making API calls, Farmic for form validation. Yep, plus Farmic for form validation and the form state management, and Axios for the HTTP client. So token, how am I going to store the token? I'm storing the token in local storage as session token. This is the key, and every time we make a protected API call, we will send it as a header X session token. Then backend will of course validate it in the middleware and return 401 or allow the request. This is the base route. If the token exists in local storage, then redirect it to feed, that is the post page, else redirect it to sign in page. In the sign in page, it's basically a form. It will capture the username password, do the validation. On success, it will save the token to local storage and redirect to feed. and sign up. It will just redirect to sign in page. If we land directly on feed page, then it will make a API call to fetch all the post. Also, you will see option to create a new post. Then these are some additional information. Let's remove this. We don't need all this. This is just some UX improvements. Yeah, this is basically the prompt. Let me take this and give it to Cloud Code. So I've created an empty folder, Instagram clone. I'm inside that folder in my VS Code. Just pasting the prompt, and I'll let Cloud Code build it. Then we will like open the application and see how is it working. Okay, Cloud finished the coding part. Let's try to run the server and see. It says I have to install the npm packages. Let me cd into server npm I have already updated the .env. This is just an example env. cd into client npm I. Get a new terminal. This is for server. cd into server npm run dev. It's not present. So let me add a dev script. Node1 index.js. Do I have node1? No. Am I node1? npm run dev. So the URI is not present. I would like to keep it as common.js. Let me ask ChatGPT to do that. Use common.js for node server. Let's try to run it now. npm run dev. Okay, it is failing. Okay, this is the problem. Move it. Server started. Let's come here, npm run dev, and the front end also started. http localhost 5173. This is our application. It named it Gramo. I didn't give it a name, but I think it came up with the name Gramo. And you can enter username and password. We have some form validation, and we can create account as well. Choose the username, choose the password. Username is required. If I enter Harish, and if I use password at 123, create account. Never. So it says it is success. Let me pull up Compass so that we can verify it. So here I'm connected to Compass. Refresh. So I have created a database called Instagram, and you should see three tables inside it: post, session, and users. since we have signed up for a user, we should see one user here. Yeah, Harish, and password at 123. Now let me log in with that, Harish, and password at 123. Let me open my network tab and sign in. Okay, never. As you can see, this is the sign in API. It sent username and password. We got a token. And where is this token stored? If I go to local storage, you can see the session token is stored here. We are signed in. Now ideally we should see a row for our session here. See, as you can see, username is Harish and this is his token. Now since I don't have any post created, it returned the empty post. Say I'm saying lorem ipsum and I'm posting it. You can see the post here. I can add one more, post 2. And we have a sign out button. We haven't discussed how to log out. For me, let's log out from this user account. I can log in back, but let me create a new one. Let me create one for John. I will use password at the rate 123. Create the account. It created the account. Sign in successful. Let's verify in our database. You can see John at the rate John and password at the rate 123. In session, we only have one session. Refresh. Ideally, when we log out, should delete this session from here. That didn't work. We will fix the logout later. So let me log in as John now. John and password at the rate 123. And I have logged in and it shows post from Harish as well. So if I post something as John's post, if I post it, it's showing up here. What I intended to do is when Harish posts something, only he should see those posts. If John posts something, only John should see those posts. I know that's not how Instagram works, but what I'm trying to show here is we are filtering the post by the logged in user. Let's fix this. So if we go to uh, post API, this is create post. Get back to post. We can take the username here. So now I am filtering it by the username, that is the logged in user's username. Server restarted and you can see it only shows John's post. If I sign out and if I sign in as Harish, it only shows Harish post, not as you can see John's post is filtered from the list. This was my intended behavior. But you can see one thing, we are not passing any input here, just a get API, and somehow the data is filtered. How is that happening? It's based on the token passed. If you pass Harish token, then it will take the token, fetch the username, filter the post by the username. If you pass John's token, it will take the token, somehow figure out the username and use the username for filter. I hope this gives you a good idea about how the login flow works. I'll sign out. Then now if I check the memory, application, local storage, you can see it cleared the session from here, but session still exists in the database. As you can see, ideally we should clear this sessions as well. That's how we log out a user. We will look into this next, like how to log out a user and invalidate the tokens.